Welcome to the Ribeye Radio Show, the official show of the Steak Cook-Off Association. Now, sit back, grab a cold one, and let's fire up the grill.
All right, we're back. It's been a while.
Been too long.
Been too long. Here on a festive occasion at the SCA offices.
Yes.
Ken, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I guess word got out. Apparently my daughter Jessica put up an old picture of me on Facebook that has crashed Facebook, so.
Man, that is...
Thank you, Jess. Her birthday's coming up, and you wait.
That is quite a fro you had.
Pictures. Well, thank you. I was pretty hot in high school.
So, how you doing after that sake at lunch?
It was good. Thank you. I got to have lunch with the Galloway family. We went and had some sushi, and of course, you can't have sushi without sake.
Absolutely not.
So, thank you for lunch.
Yes,
it's going to be quite a week.
Man, there's a big week coming up. Big weekend.
Yes, we head to Tulsa to do the Trip Haggard Memorial Cook-Off.
This event means a ton to you and I. Tripp was one of our good friends, and man, he's one of the guys that sitting in Lance Bond's house. Remember that?
Yeah.
We were there after an event, and I think you were running cable and something up in the roof.
I strung some wire. I was pretty good at it too.
I sat down there talking with Tripp, and he said, "Man, what if we did more of these?" And I said, "Well, let me show you something, buddy." And
God, is that really where it started? That seems like a million years ago.
We had already talked about it, and I already had the logo and everything. I said, "Well, here's the logo."
God, some of those trips to Tulsa, we had terrible luck hauling equipment to Tulsa over the years.
Blown tires, broken hitches.
God, one year we left here, at like 9 o'clock in the morning. It took us till 10 o'clock at night to get there.
That was the hitch year.
All the blown out tires, and God.
Oh yeah, that was the other one.
A lot of good times in Tulsa, so it's a big deal. Tripp passed away a few years back, and so we wanted to continue a cook-off in Tulsa, so this is it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. We've got some the trophies have Tripp's face
great
on them.
Yeah, Siggy's Meat Market.
They do a great job.
Yes, the food will be wonderful.
We will be in there nuts to butts this weekend, though.
Yeah,
56 teams, I think.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. This will give you guys something to listen to on the way there.
If you're listening, make sure you bring some water with you, shade. It's going to be very, very hot, so
it's going to be a hot one.
Plan accordingly.
All right, well, a couple updates. The website.
Yeah, great job on the website. You've been working on it for a while now. It really pops when you open it. Better graphics and the organization things you did really make sense.
Found out you use less energy on a cell phone if it's a black background, so we changed that, got rid of the lighter background. But it does seem to pop a little better, and there's some new, like if you want to find a judging class, there's a little quick shot on the bottom of the page there. You can see the next upcoming 8, I think, and the next coming 8 events is on there.
And a link to the sponsors, that you made that real user-friendly, too. If you touch one of the live links on the sponsors at the bottom of the homepage, it takes you straight to their websites.
Then the members-only page is been updated. You've got all the discounts for the members are on there, and some of the sponsors want to make sure they're members, so you have to log in to get to the members' discounts, but it's worth logging in for.
And you have to log in. People send us all these emails. Hey, I can't find this. Like, are you logged in? And then there's this long pause.
That's about 5 messages on Facebook a day I get.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think that'll solve some of that.
What's new in international news?
Last week, we introduced the Aussie at large points, the SCA Australia points.
There's quite a contingency coming to America.
4 out of the 5 guys that won the at large bids, which is the next 5 in points,
right, that
weren't already qualified with a golden ticket. Those guys, 4 out of 5 are on the way here. They've already verified, and the other guy says he's thinking he's going to try to make it.
So that's 7 teams now from Australia that's coming?
I think that's 8, and we still have another event and plus one guy on the hedge. So we could have 8 to 10 teams from Australia here.
I see Trent put up a Facebook page looking for some hosts for some of the Aussie teams, with equipment and supplies. So if any of you guys listening want to host an international team, send us an email. We'll hook you up.
Well, those guys are hooking up with each other on the group page.
Oh, I know. It's wonderful. It's great.
Yeah.
We don't have to do the work.
They took care of each other. It seems everybody's been accommodated. A guy named Michael Keys messaged me last night, and I threw something out there for him. And John, I believe, took care of him, John Green. So
good.
You guys are doing a great job of showing these international teams some SCA family, and I get a lot of emails about that, thanking us for that.
What was that John Green thing? I did a throwdown with him, say you need to do something in Alaska.
Oh, I don't know.
It's kind of sort of international.
He spent a week in Alaska.
He's trying to get an event up there.
That'd be awesome.
A midnight event, because it stays light 24 hours a day.
Yeah, he posted a picture at 1 in the morning, and it looked like it was, noon instead of 1 a.m. Crazy.
Yeah.
But he says it was, 60 degrees while we're 106. So
yeah,
good on you, but you got to come home eventually, brother.
Yep.
He's back. All right. Well, let's cover some of those scores. Actually, we didn't cover this. We'll get to that shortly. The Australian teams that are coming, Craig Philpott, he's with Suck Knuckle Smokers.
I love their names. Their team names over there.
They've got great names.
Yeah, they push the envelope.
This one pushes the envelope a bit, but I think they can back it up. Damon Schultz with the Smoking Joint.
Right.
Ross Walker, Firehouse Barbecue. He's coming. Derek Butler with Big Smoke Barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Barrett. What am I doing? Big Smoke Barbecue. And Mitch Davis with Badass Barbecue.
Yeah.
And Mitch is coming. Daniel
They're
thinks
all coming.
Yeah. Damien is the only one I'm not positive on, or I'm not for sure on, but that's the Australia guys that are in on points.
Yep.
Now, the guys from Europe, these are the ones that just qualified. They finished up we don't have any more qualifiers for the championship.
So this
cutoff.
is it. Right.
Yep.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
No, you want to take a stab at these so I don't butcher them?
I knew that was coming.
We did have a tie, so it's actually
Katrien
6.
van der Woode.
Where's she from?
Well, it sounds like Belgium.
It does.
Yeah. And Peter Blomen.
Where's he from?
Belgium as well.
All right.
The Belgians are, wow. There's 3 of the top 4. Alessandro Palvinello. That sounds Italian, doesn't it?
That sounds Italy, is it?
Yeah.
All
Very
right.
good. Guy Hainick from Belgium.
Wow.
Tied for 5th, so all at-large bids would be Nico van Luxembourg.
Nico,
our man.
Yeah.
Adrius Issing. That's German for sure.
So one
and
from
Michael Gutstadt. I practiced that.
Is that from Japan?
He's a German.
Well,
So Miguel Gutstadt.
we'll let old Joe.
Andreas Issing.
We can let old Joe Wilson take a shot at those. Joe's going to be the MC again this year.
We'll coach him on his.
Let's see who he can offend this year. Joe does a wonderful job at the championship. You guys are awesome.
And for those of you that don't know Joe, he is a great guy that lives in Arkansas, and he does the World Squirrel Cook-Off in September. So it's a time of your life, folks. If you have time, look Joe up.
All right, the SCA Europe points chase is coming down here, but they still have a couple events before the championship that will count towards it. And since you started it, I'll let you finish Europe. I'll go back to Australia where the names are a little easier.
Yeah, well, Daniel Rader, everyone knows Daniel. He's number 1. He's leading the pack at 59 points. He's like indestructible.
Man, with 2 events
Iron
left,
Man.
he might have locked it. I'm not sure.
I think that's a lock. Good thing we know what ring size he wears.
I don't. We ordered.
Didn't he win last year?
Yeah, but we pre-order those rings.
Oh.
And just a common size, remember? Because one guy had to resize it.
Yeah.
A little larger.
Daniel, if you're listening to this, get us your ring size, buddy. It looks like. Well, you maybe don't jinx it.
No, not yet.
Thomas Newman at 26 points. Remco Winkler at 28 points. Peter Amenworth at 25 points. Michael Keys, 25 points. Katrien van der Woode, 22 points. Nancy Amenworth, 22 points. Mike Van Roden, 21 points. Peter Blomen, 19. Michael Harrent, 19. And Marcus Bondorf is at 19. So anything could happen in this next event. If somebody gets a win, they could jump up into the top. So, if any of the guys at 19 get 11 points, that puts them at 30 and could get a second place. So,
wow. So that it's tight. We got one guy leading the pack by a distance there, but the rest is tight. All right, well, SCA Australia points. 11th place is Simu Nguyen, tied with Matt Payne and Dan Greenwood. Dan's coming to the championship, we know. Mitch Davis, he's coming. Daniel Barrett, he's coming. These guys are tied with 7th with Ross Walker, he's coming. 5th is Daniel Schultz from the Smoking Joint. You met this lady. In 5th place, Sarah Winter. She's from New Zealand, is that correct?
Uh-huh.
She won Meat Stock New Zealand. Man, that series, guys catch one Australian event.
It's two sauce. It's two ladies, so they're both coming. Yep.
Awesome. All right, 3rd place, Brendan Riesema, 19 points. 2nd place, Stephen West from Moist Barbecue. Stephen has 23 points. 1st place is Dane Cowan. What am I doing? Yeah. Dane from Smoke and Steel has 32. So it's going to come down to the last event.
Oh, absolutely. It would be for 1 and 2.
Yeah, for 1 and 2. Port Macquarie, this will decide who wins it.
It's going to be a just row down between those two.
Smoke and Steel and Moist, head to head, see what happens.
Yeah. He needs an outright win, though, to take it, doesn't he?
Steven needs a win and Dane not to hit a top 10.
Right. So he needs to kill Dane and win.
You ever heard of Nancy Kerrigan from America there, Steven? You might look that up. That's here. All right, where are we going next?
Let's thank some of our sponsors.
All right.
Thank you, sponsors.
Yeah, Grill Great, always a big sponsor. PK
Brad's been
Grills.
with us from the beginning.
Yes.
PK Grills have been with us a long time now.
The official Grill of the State Cook-Off Association. New sponsor, Pit Barrel Cookers.
Yes, they are also doing a little challenge that we'll be talking more about.
And they're the official barrel cooker.
Absolutely.
Rectech Grills.
Gunter Wilhelm Cutlery.
Gunter Wilhelm. Rectech also sponsors this radio show, by the way, and they are the official pellet cooker. B&B Charcoal.
And B&B Charcoal, yes.
Pelican Coolers. You mentioned Auto Wild. You did not.
Did.
Auto Wild Grill.
You just did. I think Gunter Wilhelm.
All right.
We love all of our sponsors.
Cheer Wine and Dripping Springs Vodka.
Yes.
Some of these guys are throwing added money to the teams now.
Yes.
If you can win on an Auto Wild Grill, the first guy to win will get $1,000.
There's a couple other bounties out there, isn't there?
Yeah. Cook on a Rectech. First guy to win on it gets $500. We had a guy get a second place last weekend.
Close but no cigar.
Close,
you got to get
cigar.
First place, baby.
And then every winner after that for the whole season could win another $250 if they win on it.
You could buy a grill for that. Or
yeah, with a $500 you could.
Yeah.
And then Pit Barrel jumped in. They're going to pay the first 10 winners of the year that use a Pit Barrel cooker, that cook their steak on a Pit Barrel cooker.
Yes.
Yep. They will get a $250 check from Pit Barrel. So there's some added money just from these grill sponsors on there.
Yeah.
And they're some of the popular brands too. So that's awesome. Thank you guys for what you do there. Have you heard about the class assistants on our judging classes?
No, I haven't. Tell me about it.
We've told people if you'll come volunteer at a class, a certified judge, if you'll come help us run it, because a lot of times I fly in or you fly in to...
Right, we need help at those locations, absolutely.
And so we have a spot for 2 certified judges at each class. They're able to assist in the class.
How did they sign up?
They sign up on the website. Actually, Austin is doing it right now. Is that correct, Austin?
Sir.
All right, so he's getting those all set up. They'll be able to sign up online, and they get the same credit as a judging event. They're there learning, relearning the process, which is great. So, and there's numerous classes on the website now. That front page, there's a shortcut, but there's more of them. I think there's 12 or 13 left on the board for this
Classes
year.
have been great. I had a great time. I did a big class down in Mason City, Iowa. We did it at the golf course there, and great group. We had a group of about 7 or 8 judges that came and cooked.
Really?
Yeah, Scott and some of the team. Scott Lindley came and cooked, and Tom Jewell and a number of guys, Rick, and So Leona and Jim set that all up, and it was great. They cooked steaks for the whole judge class.
Well, there's some of these judges that are now competing. Thomas Newman in Europe, he's worked up to second place. Yeah. He hasn't competed that much this year. He's done great.
Cooking. Maybe.
I don't know. All right, so Pelican National Rankings. We just we're going to post this up on the website today. It'll be on social media today. But man, we've upped the prize for the points champion this year.
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet prize package for the first place winner.
Couldn't have done it without Pelican and Grill Great also jumping in on this. So you want to read it, Ken?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
The 2018 SCA Pelican Points champions will receive the following items, courtesy of the State Cook-Off Association, Pelican, and Grill Grates. A trip for two people to compete in the Grill Great in Paradise State Cook-Off at Green Turtle Cay, Bahamas. So it is just east of Miami. Beautiful place. It's a trip of a lifetime package. Will include air flights and hotel accommodations, the entry fee for the cook-off, and 2 passes to the Grill Great in Paradise event on the island.
So it really pays for their trip.
Oh, and there's more.
Yeah.
Plus a 2-piece Pelican luggage set to get you there, a Pelican Elite cooler with wheels.
It's the big one.
The SCA Pelicans Points Chase Champion Ring.
Yep.
In case you're wondering what that looks like, talk to Dan Judd and Johnny Joseph and Johnny Joseph and Johnny Joseph.
Yeah.
And Johnny Joseph. And the SCA Points Champion Trophy. Just the prize package is worth over $7,500. So
that's quite of an incentive.
Wow, well done.
If any of you guys are close in the points chase, in the top 10, that's a big prize to go after. Keep your eye on the prize. We're going to be excited to give this away, that's for sure.
Well, anybody can win. You know, Chuck Edwards is out there, but we have a lot of events before the championship.
Oh, yeah. Hey, people are hot, people are cold.
A question I hear a lot is, does the points chase stop, or does it include the championship?
Points chase stops before the championship. That way, at the championship, we can reward them on stage, give them their trophies and everything.
Because it happens the day before the championship. So
yeah,
we do get that question a lot. So I knew the answer. I just wanted to have you say it.
Gotcha. Great question. There was another page that had. All right, so we covered that. All right,
the upcoming events. I got that one.
All right, let's do that one.
We talked about the Trip Haggard this weekend. Danny Kennedy's doing one in Wise, Virginia.
Wise, Virginia.
Yep.
Nice.
It's beautiful down there in the mountains. Dick Dolan is doing Waterloo, Minnesota.
Waterloo, barbecue and lube.
Q on the loo, I believe they call it.
That's Q on the Yazoo.
Barbecue
and lube. Anyway.
I botched that. Then this weekend we're doing the Trip Haggard, and we're doing some cooking for the Tulsa Police Department.
Joe organizes that. His Sheepdog organization, which is organization that cooks for police officers and just kind of rewards those guys. They're usually the guys that drive down the road and get cussed at or don't get the respect they deserve. Bill Bond's son is a police officer in Tulsa.
You sleep better at night knowing somebody's out there looking out for you. So
absolutely. Remember his speech last year?
I do. It went viral. Literally.
It was a great speech, Joe.
It had like 122,000 likes last time I looked at it. And then on Sunday, right after the trip, the Hobart football cook-off in Hobart, Oklahoma, which is a stone's throw from Tulsa. So it's a doubleheader this weekend in Tulsa, folks. Also this weekend, we're going to be in Nagano, Japan.
Nice. That's our third event in Japan.
Third event, yes. Yeah. Next year they plan to have a lot more. So then the following weekend, Danny and I are going to be in Glasgow, Kentucky.
That'll be
on
neat.
The mountains, on the Bourbon Trail.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Oh,
I hate that.
My family's roots were in Kentucky, Virginia, so I'm excited to get back there. We're also doing an event. Troy Youngblood's doing Larned, Kansas, at the Pawnee County Fair State Cook-Off. And then, the perennial Spring Hill Piggly Wiggly Cook-Off, Spring Hill, Louisiana. Those folks do a wonderful job, and they raise money for the St. Jude's Hospital.
They raise
a lot of money.
Yeah,
and they get a big turnout, too.
that event's only a $75 entry. I think it pays top 5 or top 10, $1,500.
They have like 80 teams. So
yeah, it's a great event.
It is
Small
a great
community.
Event. Yes.
Last year, Mark Lambert and Shelley got up there and sang on the stage.
I saw the videos.
Lambert can actually sing.
He can. He's a man of many talents.
He is talented.
There's also another event in Collinsville, Illinois. Jim Altick is doing. It's called Smokin' on Main. So that rounds out the month of July. Then into the dog days of August, which were the dog days of summer here. But kicking that first weekend in August off is the Deep East State Barbecue State Cook-Off in Kirbyville, kind of in the Houston market. And
he runs
Rob
a great
Bailey.
event.
Yep, Rob Bailey is going to be repping that for us. And then in Wheatland, Missouri, Jim Altick is going to be doing their red, white, blue, and Q. Meanwhile, I'll be in St. Paul, where it'll be about a balmy 75 degrees. Damon Holter is putting on the Keg and Case presents the Croy Valley Steak Fest. That's a big one. I mean, it's a $5,000 first place.
How much?
$5,000. He's giving away $11,000.
He's got $1,000 on the first place ancillary, even.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to end at a great venue. It's an old brewery that they converted into a food hall, so that's going to be
You had me at brewery.
And you're going to be out in Catawissa,
yeah, at a barbecue.
Pennsylvania, at Big Dan's first annual steak cook-off.
It's at his barbecue store there.
Yeah,
it'll be their first
Dan's
one.
a great guy, so
yeah, I'm excited to go up there. I think it'll be a neat one. I get to fly into Jersey and.
Gosh, and we got another one in Florida, Jacksonville. David Haskett's going to be repping the Summer Splash Steak Cook-Off.
David does a great job.
That's the second time, isn't it? That venue.
I think that's the third.
Third time.
He does a great job. He got an extra grill donated. You got to be a member to win the grill or any of these extra bonuses. Actually, they added money, but
David does a good job with those events.
Thanks, David, for all you do.
And then middle of August here in the Fort Worth area, Michelle Dane's going to be hosting the Wild Acres.
Yeah, it's a brewery.
Yeah.
You see a pattern there? It's a brewery that's having it.
We like to.
Well, no, there's some of these. It helps draw people to it and raise exposure.
No,
that's what the
great for both
goal is.
The brewery and the teams.
So we've got some. We already mentioned a couple of these big ones that are coming up. St. Paul, I think it's already at 45 teams. It's growing.
Yeah.
Port Macquarie on September 14th. The Buffalo Trace Australia Barbecue Wars.
That's big. We're both going to be there. We don't get to do events together very often, so we're both going to be there.
We've got to train reps. We got a judging class. We're singing for our supper.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. We're going to. They have 100-plus barbecue teams. He said it'll be the largest steak cook-off in Australia.
Yeah.
So we're excited. Can't wait to see everybody over there. And on 9/14, we also have a great one in San Diego. It's literally right on the coast. They're doing the speedboat races in the ocean there.
Yeah.
And it's America's Finest Steak Cook-Off. And
we'll be in Australia.
No. I was supposed to be in San Diego until we had the training course with the judges. So this event, Michelle Dang's going to run. She's going to do a judging class there as well. Robert Stouffer has done a great job as a promoter, and he'll be our next SCA rep out there as well. So
and by the way, Danny Kennedy will be here in
that same weekend,
Grapevine, Texas.
Wow!
And house sitting for me. He'll be here running the Grape Fest. It's a Grape Fest. If you guys haven't ever heard of it, it's a big deal in Grapevine, Texas. They have an art festival and wine festival, and it's one of the top festivals in the country. We have finally cracked the nut and got into Grape Fest.
We've wanted in there for
so excited about that
since we started. All right, let's cover this points chase. Turn the corner, and we're there.
All right. I got to go home and celebrate my birthday.
I know. All right. I'm going to hit some quick results, Ken.
Quick.
And then if you can do the points.
All right. We will wrap, folks.
River City Cook-Off was Mason. It's actually in Mason City, Iowa. Day 1, Judy Jones from Florida won. Day 2, Dan Ewer from Nebraska.
Yep.
Up in Smoke from Adelaide, Australia. Dane Cowan won that one. The Lodge Steak Cook-Off in Johnson City, Tennessee. Randy English. I ran Edinburgh. Cookham High Steaks.
How about that Terry Roan?
Terry Roan.
Wow. He's on a roll.
109 teams.
I hear he uses our old rub.
I doubt it.
That's a joke. Well,
no,
maybe not.
Terry's on a streak. Let's see. Vienna, Austria. Michael Keys.
Yes. Michael's coming, too.
Yeah, that was our first event in Austria. Lake Whitney had a great event. Raised money for the football boosters. Dale Sambera won. First time. He was actually
he's
a first-time
brand new guy. He just signed up. He's a new member. Kenny Heath puts on that event. Good job, Kenny.
Does a great job. Half Moon Holidays in Shiner, Texas. Wendy Osterman won. She's been chasing it a bit here. They do a lot of barbecue.
Wendy's winning.
She's a
sharp.
good cook. So congratulations, Wendy. And in Green Bay, the Greater Green Bay one in De Pere, Wisconsin, Dave Salm won that event. So great to see, a lot of
congratulations, everyone, on those
faces
wins.
on that list. They're coming. They're invited to Fort Worth.
We're gonna have another great group of wins this weekend.
Yep. All right. So you've got the points. If you'll hit those,
Sure. I'm just gonna read them all.
Yeah. Just
tied for 9th place, Carrie Green and Shauna Rapolo. How fun is that?
Girl power,
ladies.
They're
yes.
awesome. Yeah.
And it's tight. They're both at 77. Then the next grouping is Alan Newton at 7th place and John Green at 8th place. And they're just 3 points apart at 83 and 80, respectively. The next jump is into the 90s. Kendall Adair is at 90 points, and Johnny Joseph is at 98 points.
Nice.
So they are neck and neck. Speaking of neck and neck, the next group is in the hundreds. Danny Ewer is at 102.
He's been on a roll lately.
He started late, but man, he caught up
He
quick.
had knee surgery.
Jimmy Parsons, 104. So Jimmy's in 3rd place.
He's been getting hot too.
13, no, see, I can't do the math. 7 points ahead of him is Robert Perkins at 111 points. And then Chuck Edwards, Dr. Chuck.
Dr. Walk, they're calling him.
122 points.
So he's got a bit of a lead. Dan Judd had a lead last year too.
Well, anything could happen. There's so many events that, a couple of wins from these guys down here on the list. A double weekend, if somebody had a good showing.
Yeah, they're right
possible.
up there.
So
that leads us to the at-large list. These guys are chasing it.
You want to talk about the ancillaries real quick?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Absolutely. I'll just call the top 3. Smokin' Trucker Barbecue is at 14.
Jimmy Parsons.
Who's Crippled Kid Cookers?
Crippled Kid Cookers. Jason.
Yeah, he's at 13. So those two are neck and neck. And then 1st and 2nd place are neck and neck. High Stakes is...
That is the points leader as well in the other. Dr. Walk.
Really?
Chuck.
Dr. Chuck.
Yeah.
And then Brush Bee Grillers is 25 points,
now,
1 point behind him.
Bruh Bee Cookers.
Brush. I'm not wearing my bruh. Okay. And that is?
That is Boyd Ford and Gary McFarland.
Yep.
And Crystal. Yeah. So
Their secret weapon.
Yeah, she's a secret weapon, I think. They cook
They're a fun group of people. I love those guys.
In points, you cook as a team to encourage people to cook appetizers, so anyone on the team can cook that part.
The ancillaries this year have just gone off the chain. Our judging rules, we finally figured it out, and
I think it's
people
much
having
better.
A great time with it.
It's just fostering creativity. So.
Absolutely.
Our at-large deal, we are going to give away 10.
So let me explain that.
Yes,
it's
please.
Our top 10 in points that haven't already had an outright win or qualify to come to the championship.
Got a golden ticket.
So it's if you're in the points chase, you're already in. And then who's the next top 10 on the list?
Correct. So in 14th, you've got Cody Avery, Louisiana. Verbicas, I spelled it wrong in here, I believe, 31. Anthony Hernandez out of Oklahoma with 31. Barry Heston, I think he's Tennessee.
Yep.
He's Tennessee. He's got 32. 12th is Steve Arp. Steve's a Omaha, a Nebraska guy.
Mm-hmm.
11th, just one point out, is John Pendre with 34 points. And
those guys are on the hunt because what we have is something called at-large bids. So if somebody is not able to fill the opening at an event, it becomes an at-large bid, and then we go to the next folks on the points list. So
if your season was it to end today, and it doesn't,
Right.
But if it was, these are the guys that would make it in with the at-large
Right, this is
bid.
current. It changes every weekend.
Changes weekly.
So then the top 10.
11th place, the Vanilla Gorilla.
Shannon
Ernest, 38 points. 9th place, John Sloan out of Oklahoma. Bruh Big Hookers.
40 points.
40 points. Boyd Ford in 8th. Sorry.
It's a lot of points. I mean, those guys are just nailing it.
They're ahead of last year's pace by a considerable amount.
Yep.
Teams are. 7th place out of Tennessee, Russell Wright. 6th place is Sarah Beschel, 42 points. 5th place, Mark Huntley's got 45.
And I just want to add that, that's so tight right there. You go from 39 to 45 points and you jump 5 up the list.
Yeah.
So a win by any of those can, and a lot of these folks will get a call.
Yeah, a lot of them will get a win. And once they win, they're off of this list.
Yeah. So
that large list. So it happens. I mean, there's guys that are cheering.
That's what really makes a point chase fun is this time of the year when it gets dynamic where anybody can have a chance.
It's like college football at this point. At the end of the year, it takes some serious figure into who's getting in. So tied for third place, Roland Escobedo.
A.K.A. Pancho and Lefty.
Actually, he's third place. 4th place is Gene Skillen with 61 points out of Florida. His team name is what, Ken?
Gene
Skillen's team name.
I have no idea.
#Skillin' it. I think that's one of the coolest names out there right now. I think Haskett gave him that name, and
I finally got to the point where I know a lot of names, but the team name on top of that is...
It's all right. You're getting there. How about 2nd place on that list? John Lindsay,
72 points.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
1st place, John Green with 80. So he's
what's neat about that is, our leader, nearly Robert Perkins, was on that list for a long, long time.
Yeah, and then he hit. Now he's up on there. So it's going to change weekly. Post it on the Facebook group page. I love the points chase. I think that's one of the funnest things we've done.
Yep.
I think it works out great. All right, WFC, hit these quick. September 4th, we're going to do a live Facebook show announcing the days.
Which day the teams will cook. And right now there's a lot of teams that have qualified that haven't signed up yet. If you plan on coming and you have qualified, please sign up because we sent out the word today, and so people will start signing up. And once we hit that magic 100, it's going to stop. So please, if you want to come, get signed up.
We've set the timelines are on the Facebook page. The judge meeting is on the Facebook page now. We got all that information from World Food. There's about 50 of you signed up so far. It's going to be first come, first serve. If it fills up and you haven't signed up, you're not in.
There's a group
you got to sign and
70
pay.
people who've qualified that haven't signed up yet. So
they're just waiting.
There's not going to be spots, and we're doing new events. So some of these folks that win this weekend sign up this weekend. So
they're going to move ahead on the. All right, and then the SCA World Championship. Sign up for it. People are starting to register for that in Fort Worth. Be at Panther Island Pavilion.
We hope.
We hope it's 190 teams or so. Should be 15 to 20 international.
Yes.
We got guys from Europe and Japan and Canada coming. We'll have a lot more details soon on that.
We've hired an event company to help us run the event this year. It's a little different than what we've done in the past. We've had the luxury of time in the last few years to run the event, but this year we do not. So we hired Turnkey Productions to be the event manager of the event, and so they are working hard and getting things set up for us. So
should be great.
Tell them as long as we have plenty to drink, plenty to eat, plenty of space, we're going to have a great time.
That's your rule about a party, isn't it?
It's true. It works.
Plenty to eat, plenty to drink, lots of space.
It's great people. It's all about the people who come to the event. We're going to have the real estate in a beautiful location, and they're going to have the infrastructure in place, and we're going to have some fun.
And then Sunday is the final round.
Yep.
And the kickoff classic. It's only $100.
Yes.
You do not have to be you do not have to qualify for the championship to cook in it.
Anybody can come.
It's an open.
Yep.
And first place is $1,500, and we're paying top 15 at the kickoff classic.
Yes.
I mean, there's some big money. Almost $30,000 to be won on the weekend, plus the $7,500
Well,
prize.
with the more teams, we have more money, and so we're spending it all.
Might as well.
Why not?
They deserve it.
Yes.
Anyway, we'll have more details soon. I think that covers everything, Ken. Anything else you want to say on your birthday, buddy?
Oh, hey, living the dream, folks. Living the dream. It's great to meet all the people and get old doing this. You'll see me in a wheelchair one of these days. Wheelchair near you.
Oh, man, we can have races.
Margaritas and...
I'll buy you one of those bags, those backpacks.
IV bag.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for supporting SCA, and we are out of here.